Okay, so I just finished taking off the pillow block bearing. I'm going to change from a 10 tooth to a 14 tooth, and this will change my top speed from approximately 49 miles an hour to 60 something miles an hour, 65 I'm guessing. And if I can get my field weakening working, I can go maybe 70. We shall see. So hope it works. And I just gotta get a new chain because the chain is pretty beat up. Grab the chain real quick. The chain's not too bad actually. It felt like I had a couple of nice ones. No, the chain's actually pretty good. It's rolling up pretty good, but I'm gonna change the chain out anyway because I think I have enough extra chain. Yeah, there's some stiff links there. Somewhat stiff links, but not too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna change the chain out just because it needs to be longer and get that going. Alright, so just to give you a heads up where I was, I had a 19 on my motor, a 48 on my jack shaft, a 10 on my jack shaft, and a 38 on my rear axle. That gave me a total ratio of 9.6 to 1, and at 11,000 RPM that gave me 49 miles an hour. I'm now at, everything's the same. Everything is the same across right here, except for this right here. I've got a 14 tooth now, and my ratio is now dropped to a 6.85, and at the same 11,000 RPM, my top speed is 68 miles an hour in theory. So we'll see if that's correct or not. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, so I changed the sprocket from a 10 to a 14. Theoretical top speed is now 68 miles an hour. I also put a spring on here to help tension this because with the taller gearing I was spending a lot more time accelerating, and yeah, this thing keeps on flopping off right here. That's annoying. But look at that chain is just going to garbage because I'm just putting so much power. I mean, that chain's not designed for 20 horsepower. That's definitely true. So glad I got this now. Got it somewhat tight. Nice, some chain tension there. And also got regen on. Where's my regen pot? Right there. I put reverse in, but when I put reverse in, I wired it to my 12-volt system, not to the 5-volt system like I was supposed to. And when I hit reverse, I blew up the reverse pin. Talked to Roger, and he said, yeah, you're lucky you didn't blow your chip up. And honestly, I am surprised I have not broken this controller. I have done so many things wrong. And one of the things I had was I had an Arduino board, and for some reason the Arduino board was getting back EMF or just EMF from, I believe, I'm going to guess here and just say the phase wires. But because I was pulling so much power and producing so much magnetic noise that the Arduino would clip out. And I was sitting there watching my volts here back when I had this thing hooked up the wrong way, of course. I was getting up to 300 volts because this was reading the volts from here, and when the Arduino would shut down, it would open the contactors up and it had no place to put voltage. And so I was jumping to 300 volts on these guys, and these are 300 volt MOSFETs, and I'm lucky I didn't blow them. And yes, you can go to 300 volts and 300 volt MOSFETs, but only a number of times before they end up popping. So, I mean, you can abuse them, but only for so long, just like anything. So, let's go see what happens. I'm going to GPS it, and well, see what happens. And then I'm also been playing with the settings, with the inductance and the resistance, trying to get this to maximize. And most I've gotten, I think, is 122. I did see 138 one time, but I had a little wheel hop going over the street, and when I do stuff like that, I think funny things happen on it. So we're at, I think 122 is my maximum. But I sent Roger my hex file, and he saw that I made a mistake somewhere, and so I changed it to what he said it should be changed to, and we'll see if that makes anything better or worse, because it was performing really well. I could floor it and it would just go, but there were some funny hesitations on the low side, and then all of a sudden it would kick in and it would just go. So let's see what happens. And because my gearing is set so high to 68 miles an hour-ish. Bought myself a new helmet with all that YouTube money. And so now I wear that every time I take it out because I did roll it one time. Although I was only going really slow when I rolled it, it still hurt. And so now at least my body will be destroyed, but my head will be hopefully okay. And my collarbones will be destroyed also. But I guess it's better than having my head destroyed. So let's go take it out and see how it goes. Okay, first run with the new settings. I'm just going to floor it off the line. We can watch the amps and volts. I'm sorry, the amps only because the volts aren't working yet. And we can see what happens. All right. 3, 2, 1, 40. What did the amps get to? 122. Three. And go 3, 2, 1, 40. Now I'm going to do my slow roll. I'll stay in sensorless. Okay, so now I'm going to run the field weakening down. It's at like 65 volts right now. I'm going to run it down, and I'm also going to, what else am I going to do? I think that's about it. Yeah, do those two changes, see what happens. Okay, so back off to the speed zone area. I'm going to drive over to there, and then we'll do a top speed. So I'll meet you over there in just a second. Check this out. This mask has a shaped visor on it. That's pretty cool. Didn't know that when I bought it. Look at that. So that's nice and sunny out. So yeah, we're almost to the top speed zone. And we'll see what it does. I put the field weakening to 40 amps. Should be good enough. Put the computer right here for now. Don't run over it. Don't break anything, Eric. Okay, so let's get the GPS set up. Stupid seatbelt in the way. Gotta take that off. Seatbelts. Oh, come on. Okay, so I got this going. Now, okay, so I got this going. Now I just need to get the screen recorder going. Record. 3, 2, 1. Okay, screen recorder's going. So I'm just going to put this down and let's just go for a top speed run and see what we get. Let's see what we got. 53. Pretty good, but less than I was hoping for. Let's go back. down. What do we get? 53 miles an hour. Okay, slightly disappointing. Okay, my field weakening was at 45 amps. I just upped it to 55 amps. Let's go do another top speed run. Got this guy recording. Yep, recording. So let's see if we get above 53. Here we go. Any brake. Let's see here. Okay, 54 miles an hour. Got 1 mile an hour. Let's see, what did I get for amps there? 116 amps on the meter. There it is. Alright, let's see here. 54. Slightly disappointing. Distance 1.5 miles. Okay, I dropped R by another 10 ohms, or 10 milliohms, sorry. And let's see what happens. Current top speed is 54 miles an hour. And I think I'm recording. Am I recording on here? Yep, I'm recording. So, let's go see what happens. Oh. Here we go. Says not any faster. I need to see if it's even slower though, because I don't know. And my resistance, I'm sorry, my peak amps, 116. So I need stop trip. Oh, come on. Start trip. Alright, let's see what the speed is on the way back. Miles an hour now. Nope. Top speed 53, so maybe my R was where it needs to be. But I'm going to go down another 10 and see what that does to see if that drops it again. So stop. There we go. Okay, so I dropped it another 10 milliohms and I reset my GPS this time. So let's see where we're at, see if it drops our speed at all. Oh, and I need to reset my amps. It said 122. But I think that was the chain pop screwed it up, because before the chain pop it was 116. Look at that. Got to start my trip. Amps are 99. Okay, well that's a good indicator. I'm going to do that here. Oh, there it is. 52. So yeah, it looks like I'm going the wrong way. So let's go back up by 20 and then go again. See if we can get better high top speed. Okay, went back up by another 20. Let me start my trip so I don't lose my top speed. And then reset this guy. It says 123, but with the poppings I can't tell, because when the motor pops, the chain pops like that, the amps do funny things, and you can't believe what you're getting. Let's go. Yeah, okay. So make sure my amp clamp is correct. Ooh, 55. So maybe I need to go back up some more. That's a record. And then my amps are at 120. Okay, so everything looks good. I'm just gonna floor it. All my chain tensioners look good. Let's just see what happens. What I got on the return run. Didn't change, 55, no faster. Alright, I sure it's getting a little repetitive, but I went up by another 10, and we're going to see if we get any faster in 55. But this is how all of the testing on this motor is gone. It's just make a change, make one change, test, one change, test. I try to get impatient, and I try to do multiple at one time, and then something changes, and I don't know what change did what? This thing keeps on popping off. I need to do something better about this. Everything on this go-kart is rickety as all get out. Oh, okay. All right. Make sure I'm recording on here. Yep. Okay. All right, here we go. Well, I don't know if I believe that. What happened here? 67? What was interesting, I looked down and it was still saying 0, so I don't know if my speed really was 67 miles an hour, because I'm blown away right now. Let's see what the amp said. 128, that's real 128. Okay, yeah, so I had my R set too low. Let's go raise it another 10. Let's do this real quick. Let's stop this. Oh, come on. This program is so bad. Close. Start trip. Yep. Alright. Wish I could put it like here and it not fly away. Ooh, maybe I can go here. Here we go. Let's do that. What's the worst that could happen, right, folks? Hold on one second. Alright. Yeah, that seems good enough. Oh, I'm gonna reset my amp clamp too. Make sure everything's. That's good. Okay. Reset my amp clamp, 128 amps. 128.7. Hoo-wee. Okay. 7 miles an hour so far. That's my peak. Here we go. Oh, damn it. Alright, now I gotta do another run. Close. Alright, damn it. I gotta do another run. I got it recorded because it's all recording right now as far as I know. See here? Oop. Yeah, it's all recording. Let me just get it off of volume. Okay. Now. Yeah, 67 didn't seem right. Let's see what the amp said. 121.9. Well, now I don't know what to think, because I thought I was going somewhere. Stop trip.
We all grew up on the joys of fast food. The good food made fast and affordable are all part of what made these American.
Alright, let's see what happens. I got that reset. I'm just gonna floor it off the line, see what happens. It says 50. Well, heck. Alright, I don't know. Okay, so I went up by another 10. And let's see what happens now. Let's stick this guy in there. Hold on 1 second. Stick it here. Look at the nice scenery. Okay. Here we go. That last turn coming in scared the bejeebus out of me because the tires grabbed and did something funny and started squealing. This thing's not made for 55 miles an hour. 128 amps on that last one. That's pretty good. That's a real 128. So I think that's why I'm feeling good about this, because my amps are going up. Okay. Nope. Darn it, darn it. That guy off. That guy back on there. See, that guy keeps falling off. This one's pretty good. I got this one tied on with a little bit of rope. That one's doing really good, chain tensioner wise. Okay. I got my amps reset, right? Yep. Alright, let's see what happens. 3, 2, 1, floor. 51 miles an hour. Okay. Much lower than I thought it would be. I think I'm running low on volts too. 124 amps. So I think I need to go back down to where I was. And then I can mess with some other menus. My volts are coming down because I'm doing some high-speed runs. I'm gone. I don't know how many miles I've gone because I keep resetting. I was at 1.5 a while ago. Stop trip. Turn around. Start trip again. Alright, here we go. Make sure we're recording. Yep, still recording. Alright. 4 miles an hour. Alright. Let's reset the clamp. 124. Oh, this guy fell all the way off. Need to get a spring for that guy. Problem is that this chain, that chain is just so toast. It just gets so eaten up by these. You know, I'm putting 20 horsepower through a number 5 or number 35 chain. Really not supposed to do that. Really just abusing it too much. All right, let's go. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, 50 miles an hour. Okay, I need to go back down by 20. Alright, so I I went down by 10 ohms, 10 milliohms, micro ohms, I don't know, 10 points, and I upped field weakening from 55 amps to 65 amps. So we'll see if that increases my top speed, because I may just be maxed out on volts and amps with this motor right now. And the other problem is my volts have been dropping. I'm at 3.7 volts per cell right now. And let's see what happens. Oh, forgot I need to reset my amp clamp. 123. And then check this guy. This guy fell off again. There. I think it's broken, it's a problem. I'll pour zip ties. My little blinkers here. Turn signals that don't work. Everything's unplugged. Alright, here we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1, 4. Miles an hour, not super fast. Nothing like that 67 miles an hour run that I did. So I think I'm just running out of volts. Is really what the problem is. Because yeah, my volts are going down and I just can't push the amps into the motor. What was the phase current? 129. Well, it had a pop too, so I don't know if that's true. That's the problem. Is like when you get the pops, you don't know what's real and what's not. And that's the problem. Huh. I didn't realize it fell down. Okay. Well. That chain, its days are numbered, that's for sure. So just gonna roll on real nice and smooth and see where it goes. See if I keep it on my amps right here. Yeah, 52 miles an hour. Okay. Yeah, that's where we're at.